Yeah, got to really underline that and go 2-0 in the group, which will put them in a great spot to qualify. Latvia beat Montenegro first up. It was much closer than the 21 points. Belgium beat Russia in overtime. Greece and Slovenia now, followed by France beat Serbia. Last game of the day. Greece and France top the group. And that's how important it is for Slovenia. They have the 0-1 record. A second loss doesn't make it impossible to make the qualification game because it depends on the France-Serbia result. But obviously a win would put them in a much better position. For Greece, is a different equation. Huge win, and as Inani Murtsi said at the press conference yesterday, keep your feet on the ground. You've won a game, got to come back tomorrow and perform again. If they do that, they're in great shape. Tremendous performance yesterday. Can they repeat it today, or do they have one of those, we were great yesterday, and emotionally they have it down? Well, only time will tell. With me to witness that is Teresa Brantlova, former national team player for the Czech Republic. Teresa, how good Greece were great yesterday. Slovenia were great after that really poor start. Came up short against France, so this one could go anyway. We've had so many great games. Slovenia have got to bounce back though.
Yeah, yesterday we've seen Greece to compete really on a high level. They played enjoyable game as well, sharing the ball really well. You know, they've had 17 assists per that game, which tells us how teamwork, how teamly they played. And I'm really interested to see if they're gonna carry on with this trend they have set it up yesterday. Slovenia had an incredible game. You know, I'm sure they are a little bit upset that they haven't finished that game by winning by the end, but still great performance, first game in the championship. You know, I think as you said, this game is very open.
Well, the good news for Slovenian fans is that Sanja Pesic is in uniform, looking like she's going to be a crucial part of this game. Struggled at the end of yesterday's game, looking like she was injured, but in the lineup, looking ready to go. This Greece team yesterday, well, beat Serbia for the first time ever, but it was just a clinic of how to use advantage and share the basketball. And in Inani Murtsi, even though she's at that twilight of her career, 38, she's going to want to go out on a high. The 2009 EuroBasket Women MVP. And as she said at the press conference, that was great, we're going to enjoy it. But we've got to remember it's just one game, doesn't mean anything. One of the key players for them yesterday, anthems Spanu, only 24 still, 18 points yesterday. Such a great addition to that national team. Well, we're going to have the national anthems of both countries. After the national anthem of Slovenia and then Greece, we'll be back to talk more about this intriguing matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem, Slovenia.
And now the national anthem of Greece.
And now please stand your feet for national anthem of Greece.
Well, you got the exchange of the mementos of the game, and the Slovenian fans are back again. What an atmosphere they generated yesterday with the French fans. Well, they've got the Greek fans who also got very excited after that win over Serbia yesterday evening. Going to get a chance to look at the third team on the floor that is as important as everybody else. The three officials just get a chance to see which team the referee's leader has decided to put onto this game. Here they are. And that's Fabiana Baladan with Michaela Ambrosov and Rossi. Two of those refereed together yesterday, so should be more than aware of each other's role within the group. We're going to get a look at the Slovenian roster first, and what was it, 7-8 minutes before they scored their first point yesterday, and then they took the lead late in the game, couldn't close it out against France.
Yeah, that was such a great recovery from that not the best beginning of the game from Slovenian team. And to be honest, they could have won that game, you know, so it was such promising to see that effort that they go and fight to the last buzzer of the game.
Well, they go with Malic and Persic and Lesic and Elic and Oblak again. And Oblak, who led them in scoring in the qualifiers for this, had a night off. And if she'd have had a game, they'd have almost certainly got the win. She had only 6 points last night, had a shot to tie it right at the end. They had averaged 15 points a game in qualification now. Qualification and playing France are not quite the same thing, but nor is 15 and 6. Greece with this roster, Multi was just as normal, tremendous. Spanu top scored there with 18. And while it might not be the deepest roster, it's probably the most tight-knit group there is in this competition. Coach Midas has really got this group all pointing in the same direction. Here's the starting lineup, and not surprisingly, it's exactly the same lineup that started and played the majority of minutes yesterday. They just did a great job being so efficient. And apart from Spanu, who is still an undersized big, they were just very, very smart yesterday.
Yeah, and it just reflected that experience they have within the team, you know. Very, very experienced 4 players out there, and they were supported by great performance of Nikola Pulu, which just performed great yesterday, you know, took care of the ball. And those experiences just showed us, you know, this team is not going to rush. They're going to stick to their game plan, you know. They know that they can't beat this Slovenian younger team with the fast breaks, even though they surprised me yesterday how much they tried to go for that transition offense. It's going to be interesting to see it.
You've got Multi there as the MVP for 2009. That's 8 years ago now. She's 38. Maya Elic, who started really nervously yesterday, but ended up pouring in 12 points before she fouled out of the game. And that fouling out was a huge factor down the stretch as France just about managed to get their noses over the line. Interesting to see if Greece, as they normally do, try and set the tempo, trying to make it a Greek-type game. And the combination between whoever has the ball on the dribble and Spanu on the pick and roll is going to be absolutely fundamental. You would hope that this Slovenian lineup have worked out how they're going to defend the pick and roll, and at least decide how they want Greece to try and use it, not let Greece decide the options they want.
Absolutely. Slovenian team needs to be careful about the timing of the cuts of Greek teams. Yesterday they showed up that they know exactly when to make that move, you know. And that was such enjoyable game yesterday, and I'm really looking forward to see if they bring the same performance today.
Oh, that's the greeting for the Slovenian team. A lot of green in the crowd. Never quite worked out the green and the white and the red and the blue in the flag, but it doesn't matter. Nika Balic and Teja Oblak in the backcourt give this team so much firepower and punch. And they've obviously got the inside combination of Persic and Lisek. That might be where they have a real advantage. If they can use the advantage, if they can play to that strength, they could keep this scoreboard ticking over, and that will trouble Greece, and you never know how much foul trouble that might generate.
I think we will see the competing athleticism against experience, you know, so gonna give us great matchup today, and then really, I think we can expect another exciting game.
Well, wherever you're sitting now watching this one, enjoy Prague, enjoy game 3 on day 2 of the EuroBasket Women. Greece in the white, Slovenia in the green, and Slovenia will have first look at the half court. And Baric will get it in there as Lisek puts it on the floor, tries to go to the far side of the ring, goes hard for 2. Well, no nerves tonight. Lisek just put it down on the floor and just finished around the ring.
We forgot to mention Baric's performance yesterday. She just done great the second half of the game, you know, trying to tie up that game, performing 18 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists, just tremendous performance yesterday.
Kultsilu settles for a step back. When he comes up with nothing, then Greece didn't get any joy at the early pick and roll. Great noise. National team, there isn't anything like national team basketball. It's unique in the passion it generates from the fans. That's not to say every club fan isn't passionate, but this is different. Elic on the dribble will hand it off. Black gets a feet set for the 2. And that's a great sign for Slovenia. She was absent yesterday in terms of major output. And Slovenia being pointless for 7.5 minutes yesterday. Oh, 2 from 2. First time out this afternoon. We've got a foul on the closeout. And while the size of Lisek and Persic will be an advantage at one end, their ability to constrain dribble penetration is really going to test them. Lisek just got to stay in the game. Big time factor yesterday. Danny Maltzy gets it in the corner. Goes to work on the baseline, needs a pass, finds one. Soturu goes inside, takes the tough one, can't get it to drop. Appeals to the official, nothing doing there as Nikabalic will bring it. Little swagger really about Slovenia at the moment. Lisek with the 3 is long. Kultsilu hits the deck. Great work by Lisek, who also gets down and gets dirty. Gets it to Nikabalic. Persic outside will hand it off. Oh, great little pick and roll action. Pick and roll against Greece. It's a beautiful start here for Slovenia. They needed 6-0. Spanu out top. Kultsilu puts it on the floor. Goes strong to the glass for 2. And there's the problem. Down 1 and it gives you so much of an advantage. And on that end, you have a problem.
That's exactly what I was speaking about earlier. That's the experiences against athleticism. We see that Lisek has that athletic figure, you know. But opposite, Kultsilu is just so experienced player.
Stitch will move it on. Lisek puts it on the floor. Got to put it up. That's a 24 violation. So Greece for the first time stifle Slovenia. And that's not easy when you've got Nikabalic and Oblak in the backcourt.
But we've seen yesterday as well from the Greece team was such a compact defense, you know. They were just helping each other so much, and this great defensive possession just proved that.
Maltzy will move it on. Kultsilu puts it on the floor. Same thing. It doesn't matter who Persic or Lisek will guard. One of them they'll switch it up, but whoever ends up guarding Kultsilu, she's going to put it on the floor. The rest of the team have to jump and help. Greece weren't amazing from the 3-point line yesterday. Kultsilu again with a one-on-one matchup. Again puts it on the floor. Little step back for 2, doesn't get the drop. Oblak has a chance to run. Slovenia in transition. Lisek will hit that second side. Nikabalic, little inside-out dribble. Needs a pass, finds one. Oblak feet set for 3. Doesn't get a drop, we got a foul on the glass. I think Elic is going to be called for the offensive foul as she went after the boards. Well, the disappointing, worrying thing if you're Greek is that the only time Artemis Spanu has touched the ball has been outside the 3-point line. Yesterday they went to her early. She really generate major issues. Kultsilu again. He's going to attack it every single time she can. That's Miss Spanu. Little hesitation. Tries to go to work. Tough move, but can't get it to drop. That's a battle on the glass, and the ball will belong to Greece. Underrated, under-talked about. Sortilu yesterday really did do a great job on those players, and that's a pushing foul. She's going to pick her second foul up in no time. It's all about palms of hands, I think, this corner, to get a chance to see it again.
Well, Slovenia needs to manage the times. Erkic was fouled out yesterday as well, so I would have thought that she has learned.
Well, Sortilu out of bounds, gets her feet set, just buries it. And Greece just being Greece. Slovenia slow down again. Persic gets it in the post, guarded by Spanu. It's all a bit slow down here by Slovenia. Persic goes inside, outside. Elic for three. Beautiful inside-out option.
Yeah, I think Persic just read great the position on the floor, because she'd seen that the Lisek just didn't give her any space to play, so it was a great pass out to the open three.
Well, they take their time, but they're going to get Kultsilu again. Little head and shoulder fake. Goes inside. Can't get the finish. Sortilu's over the glass. Doesn't get a piece of it at all. Nika Balic will advance the basketball. Isek outside. They go high-low. Persic takes the time and just easily kisses the glass for two.
You could have seen a great option high-low, you know, Lisek just seen Persic wide open under the rim. That's what they want to play.
So two steps up. And that should be a foul on Spanu, because Persic did a great job boxing her out. So halfway through the first, Nika Baric will advance the basketball. Tempo slows. Baric in the corner. Flips it to Persic, and they move it on. Lesic should have just passed it. Oblak thought about the three. Takes the tough runner. Doesn't get the drop. Gets her own rebound. That's an effort. And that should be a Slovenia ball on the baseline.
At the moment, we can see both teams playing kind of like a 5-on-5 game, you know. They don't want to make too many mistakes at the beginning of the game. They want to set that rhythm of the game, feel comfortable for every offense and defense.
Eric steps, finds a little space, can't get it to drop. And between them, Nikolapoulou and Kultsilu just confused themselves. Move 14 on the baseline for Slovenia. Lisek, foul line jump shot is short. Kultsilu just rips it. Chance to run. Nikolapoulou goes inside to Spanu early.
I haven't really seen...
Attacks the far side of the ring and can't make the layup. Her issue is she's not playing against Serbia, relatively weak on the inside yesterday. And Spanu just gave them a clinic. She's going against more size today. Kultsilu in transition.
I think Greek team needs to get Malta involved a little bit more. It's been a quite long time the first quarter, and she hasn't really touched the ball yet.
Spanu scoops that one off the floor as she fumbled. Persic long two. It's no good. Rattles in and out, just outside her range. Kultsilu will advance the basketball. Nikolapoulou will get the handoff. Spanu with a pick and roll. Kultsilu for three is short. Attacks it. Balic in the corner for three, way short, gets her own rebound, and will recycle with a new 14. Oh, a little hesitation, inside, outside, draws contact. Possibly got away with a carry, but...
But thought Baric was great yesterday, and you know, those dangerous quick penetration inside, and she still looks for the opportunity to drop that little pass for her centers cutting in.
That's Spanu's second foul. That's not a number the Greeks are going to want to look at. Baric will go to the free throw line with Slovenia with 3:18 to go in the first, with the 11-5 lead as Shante Evans joins. Baric had 18 points in yesterday's loss. At the end of the game, she almost carried the Slovenian team on her back to the win. Knew she was missing it, almost gets her own rebound, and we got a foul called. And that's 2 fouls on Lisek, so Spanu and Lisek cancel each other out and take the long walk down as Slovenia are already in the penalty. City makes the first. She goes 2 for 2. And Lisek will sit down, so both of the Slovenian bigs will find themselves sitting for different reasons. Lisek with foul trouble, Persic in her rotation. Nika Baric will advance it. Had the 5-point lead. Much better start for Slovenia than last night. They swing it. Alex wide open for 3 at the point is no good. Spanu keeps her alive. Chance to run in transition. Multi with her first touch for a while. And fortunately bowed out with a call. And she's telling Spanu, I'm going to the basket. Why did you run in my way?
Exactly. Yesterday they had such great moves on the half court, and right now the Spanu just step into her way. She's not happy with that.
I think Multi's trying to be the conscience, if that's the right word, for this team. She's the one challenging everybody else, both ends of the floor. She was really adamant about yesterday's situation. We are not going to have one of those great wins like a lot of teams do and then don't go through. Well, Multi's yet to score. Best place to get yourself going sometimes. Get to the free throw line. And get some rhythm. Greece would often do things, little trap or press a little bit, even if it's soft, out of the free throw situation. Multi goes 2 for 2. And substitution coming in. Spanu's going to sit. And Marietta Pascular comes in, currently at Boston College, still only 19. Got a lot of development to do, but she has a frame to play with. Baric, Greece in the zone. Trying to match up on shooters, they go into the high post. Great read by Kurtsidu, 2-on-1 break. She's going up, great finish.
That's what she's strong with. Read the floor. She's seen that the defense didn't move, so she just easily laid up by herself.
Wide open in the corner, edge 53 is no good. And they almost took it off each other. Kurtsidu again with an opportunity in transition. He's got Baric in the post. Shante Evans feeds the double team. Soderu with the 3. Long 3 is way off.
Slovenia at the moment can't hit any shot. That would be so helpful for them. If they get that one basket, you know, okay, that's the one, be back in the game in terms of the shooting.
Well, they settle for the 3, which is way off. It's not really as if they're running offense, getting 3s they want. They're just being offered a 3 standing still. Difficult to get rhythm.
But that was the purpose of the Greek defense, right? They put the zone on just to get them out of the rhythm. And at the moment, they're not really finding the way how to play against that zone.
And Sotiro's going to draw contact. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Shante Evans. And Abramovich will check back in, or that sits down. Shante Evans spent some time at Girona. Should know all about Artemis Spanu. Timeout called by Slovenia. Great early start, but they seem to have struggled against the zone. It really has taken any offensive rhythm they have out of the game. Nice move by Greece.
Slovenia doesn't really look to pass inside, you know, get the touches of their big players. I know Lisek is sitting on the bench, Persic as well, but they have Evans there who needs to get the touches. To play against the zone, you need to get the ball inside and outside and change the rhythm of the zone. You know, you need to make the defensive players to move, but they haven't forced them to move yet.
Well, that tells you what the outcome of all those issues are. 9 field goals they haven't scored. And they've settled. They haven't run stuff to get those shots. They just settled for the shot. That means they're settling for a shot that the defense wants them to take. And at the moment, that's got Greece back from a 7-point deficit to trail by 1. Big game for Greece. After meeting Serbia, a win here would really put them in a great position. France play Serbia after this. If France win and Greece win, they're both through. They just doesn't know who's going to take the straight route and who has to play the qualification game. And then it just leaves Serbia and Slovenia in a do-or-die game for the 3rd spot, but that's a long way down the road. 1:27 to go in the first. Makilu on the free-throw line. Stamati. He plays the Olympiakos. Checks in for the first time today. And Fotilu ties the game. 12 apiece with 1:27 to go. Well, we knew it wasn't going to be a high-scoring affair, but we also thought it would be a tight one. But it's definitely that. Balic turns down the Evans screen.
You can see Greek team going back to man-to-man.
Lopoulou going up, little contact. No foul called. You look for contact as opposed to trying to make the 2. Great rotation. That's how you work back in transition. Skular comes up with a deflection. Slovenia with the turnover.
As you said, Fasua doesn't get much playing time, but when she's on, she's trying her best, and that was a great recover.
Multi stops and pops. A little bit of traffic. Didn't have that rhythm that she had yesterday. Barrett kicks it. Abramovich gets away with a little wander. Shante Evans. Still no inside touches at the end of transition. Abramovich for 3 is short. Not yet 10 field goal attempts. Nice look early. Lopoulou goes up, gets the 2.
Great read from Evina Maltzi. She's seen that Evans haven't had no idea about the player behind her back. Getting easy 2 points.
And Slovenia are in that place they were yesterday. Maric from deep is nowhere close to making the 3. And we've reached the end of 1. And after a very, very hesitant, stuttering start, Greece have literally gone on a 9-0 run to end that first quarter with a 14-12 lead. The numbers aren't going to make great reading for anybody. No one's over 36 is the highest percentage you'll see across the stat line, apart from Greece from the free throw. 23, 33, 36, and 12. It's not been an offensive festival, that's for sure. But it's tight and it's tense. Slovenia look like they've just lost as soon as the 2 bigs have left the game. They look like they have no offensive rhythm at all. Because the bigs that have come in don't offer any offense.
Exactly. I think Coach Grcic needs to think now about, like, yeah, am I going to risk and put the centers in? But to be honest, I don't even think that Slovenian players are looking inside at the moment. You know, they don't have a highest percentage of shooting, not even yesterday, not even today. And still, even though the big players doesn't shoot, it's gonna give them an advantage to move the defense a little bit, and they can't just settle from the long-range distance shots.
Well, more changes between the quarters. Tina Akovina checks in for Slovenia. Plays in Italy with Vicenza. And coach Rich still looking for the combination that's going to try and change the tempo of this game, because it's now become a Greek game. Kultsidu's getting some time on the bench. Uses the end of the quarter and the first minute or so of this, and that'll give her a reasonable break. Golopoulou all over Multi. Whoever's out there on the floor has to guard her. Shante Evans, hard drive. Multi just schools everybody. Tough finish. If you chase her, she's so much control. Beautiful finish. 16-12. Multi goes on to 4 personal. Nika Balic. Nikolopoulou just got a little too close with the hands.
You could see Evan just hatched that screen way far away, and Evino Maltz is just too experienced to not get that advantage.
Lamora steps in. Played some key moments yesterday. It's not going to really, tip the balance in terms of individual output, but really was important in terms of spelling people. Elic, nowhere to go, looks underneath. Shante Evans tries to barrel in, draws contact, and that's what Evans can do. So strong. And look at Multi. She is not going to let this team have a down day. They can have a down day tomorrow when they have a rest. They can chill out in this beautiful city of Prague. All the teams get a day off tomorrow. There'll be action back on Monday, and if you have to, they'll be in the qualification series games on Tuesday. Shante Evans ticks it over, 2-point game. Right. The last person you leave wide open is Multi. They dodge a bullet. They rotate away from Multi. Lamora fouls, takes one for the team. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Greece.
That was a quite tactical foul again from Lamora. She could read that there's no way here to defend Baric. They're not in foul trouble, so she could afford to give this foul.
This is the 3rd team foul. There's still 9 minutes to go though. If they foul again, it's going to be a long old second quarter. Balic will move it into the half court. Nice slip, great C, inside, outside. Abramovich takes the drive. Someone's got to shoot it. Not that short corner shot, obviously. Multi. The scramble defense by Greece just forced a tough shot. Lamola. Great back cut by Multi. Now she's going to have to back out. Great help by Evans. Multi steps through. Contact, no foul. Evans comes down with a defensive rebound and gives it to Baric. Baric in transition. You have to stop her, otherwise she's going to get to the lane.
Baric always looks for that quick transition. She knows her advantage and her quickness, and she's trying to be that first.
The pitch goes inside. Evans baseline penetration. They're going to call it on the floor. It was on the dribble. And Pascula just got done for foot speed.
I think Slovenia heard us that they need to get those touches inside, and Evans just demonstrated how important that is in terms of changing rhythm of the game.
The kid stops and pops, doesn't get the drop. Kultsidu's back. He wondered what that athletic rebound was all about. She just takes off, hauled it in. Any more to see. On the move, which is where she likes to be. Nice. Oh, looks a great defense by Evans. Gets a piece of that one. Open at the end of the break. Akovina gets the 2. Tied at 16.
When you make an offensive mistake, you want to get as quick as possible back to defense, which Greece hasn't done so far this past defensive possession.
And foul on the play. As Jakovina realized she was outsized in the low block. Spanu's going to step back in. As Kuas sits down. Oblak will step in. Slovenia with a very small lineup on the floor. Long two for Samati. Just catches string. Tough move, quick release.
Kind of seems like whoever steps on the court from Greek team at the moment is full of confidence.
Well, that's what a first-time win over a great team does. Great hands by Lamora. She keeps it alive. Kusidu is out of bounds.
Great hustle from this experienced player.
Jakovina is going to step out. I think she's going to be replaced. As Zoldek. Balic will sit for the first time. And Persic is checking back in. That's just a predefined rotation. They're trying to look after her minutes. And Greece will make substitutions too. Both teams going deep into the bench, and Maltz is going to sit. Interesting to see where Greece goes with points. Sidu's on the floor and Spanu's on the floor, so if it's not one of those two, as a first option, you'd be surprised. Greece have the 18-16 lead. Persic rolls, doesn't get. Greece is all over the lane. Abrovic for two is short, and Sidu again is on the glass, but foul call on Spyridopoulos. It's always the stat you don't want. Get on the stat book in the stat sheet with a foul as the first stat. Spyridopoulos again getting quality minutes off the bench yesterday. It's going to be a long second quarter for Greece. Already in the penalty, 7:07 to go. And unfortunately for Greece, Slovenia struggling from the field. They're going to send them to the line every time they foul. Evans is going to get a hometown roll and makes the first. She goes 2 for 2. We're tied again at 18.
You see the full court man-to-man defense. Again, slow down the Greek offense. Give them the advantage to recover back to defense.
Sidu's just going to blow past Evans. Tries to kick it off. It's almost as Sidu said, there's supposed to be someone in the corner. I'm going to throw it there anyway. Oblak comes off the high screen. Needs a pass, finds a pass. Evans looks underneath. Persic's Spanu's just so quick. That's not really Persic's game. She just cannot hold a space against Spanu as the athlete. Sidu. We're going to try and clear this out. No, we're going to look at the low block. And to a neutral observer, you'd say probably that Spyridopoulos initiated most of the contact.
Yeah, she has recognized she has a mismatch because Prezel is smaller than her, so she tried to fight for that position down there. And
Stamati's going to step out of bounds. Stamati, another Olympiakos player.
Kind of feels that the Greek team at the moment is struggling a little bit in offense. You know, yesterday they just shared the ball such well, and today I don't see that flow from them yet.
Well, Spanu's struggling with the extra size on the inside, and Maltz is not in the game. Nice look. Persic should and does score. Pretty reverse layup. Got behind the defense, and Stamati will advance it. Needs a pass. That's an offensive foul. This is what we said last time. She initiated most of the contact and wanted a reaction. Didn't get it on that occasion. Aphrodite Cosmo will step back in the game. Stamati will step out. Maltz is back. And Spyridopoulou will sit down. These Slovenian fans haven't sat for 2 games. They're just amazing the way they're trying to carry their team to a first ever win.
That just shows us how high in terms of popularity is basketball in Slovenia.
Well, Dolzek did a great job trying to get that pass. Now she gets it back, lines up the 3, is long. And Kid City is just a rebound machine at the moment. She didn't get it that time, but she kept it alive. Multi. Little hesitation, looks for a little space. Now she attacks it. Second step, off the glass. She has that little, it's not hang time, not at 38, but she has that little bit of extra time that most players just can only dream of. We show the 2-3 zone again. I think they're going to try and live in this zone. Steal it. You can see it from here. There was one moment I thought Teresa was going to steal it. Spanu wants it on the inside. She's going to get a 3-second call, or she's going to be fouled on the deep post up.
That's what we're looking for, you know. That's exactly 1, 2, 3 passes in the game of their. That's what they know. That's what they are great at.
Kultsidu stops, pops, kisses the glass. And Greece have a better feel about him right now. Multi's back. Kultsidu's in the rhythm. Spanu's back. It's a nice line-up on the floor for the Greeks. Stop and pop. Fouled in the act of, and Lamora just couldn't stop herself. Ran straight into the back. And Frizzell. You can see her coming into shot just as the release, just literally, and then puts her palms.
You know, sometimes it's not enough to just go for help and stay on the spot. You have to step into the player, but that foul has been committed from behind by Lemura.
And she's going to sit. Stamilampro. Stamilampro steps in. First action of this EuroBasket Women. Another one of these Greek players currently at University in America at Robert Morris. Technical foul called. Frustration on the Slovenian bench. And Multi finds herself on the free throw line. So Greece will get a full 24 after the technical. Scores tied at 23. Spanu rolls wide open. Long 2 is off. And Spanu's struggling to get anything going offensively, struggling to get into the game. Shante Evans skips it. Result inside outside. Barrett for the deep 3 is off. Multi gets a piece of it. Kultsidu in full flow in transition. Crosses over, goes up, gets the roll. One of the best finishers still in European basketball in transition.
Again, we see the zone defense from Greek.
Wide open, and they just left the open shooter. They're just offering the shot up at the moment. There'll come a time where this Slovenian team will start to make, but at the moment they're going to second guess themselves. Multi, Spanu with the ball screen. Multi goes herself, gets to the middle, draws contact, and will shoot the free throws.
That's why Monty needs the ball, you know. She can be such danger to Slovenian defense. And they didn't really start the game with her touching the ball, and I think they realized that, and At the moment, she's the key factor of together with Kautsidu of the Greek team.
Oh, Multi continues to be perfect from the free throw line. Lisek has checked back in, so it's a long time before the Persic-Lisek combination has been reunited. Lisek carrying 2 fouls at the moment. Multi misses her first free throw of the evening. Baric in transition, always a danger. Sitch gives it back to Luka Baric. Wants the 2 high posts. Persic gets it, look at change of angle. They try and go inside on the lob. Spanu's just too quick.
Right.
Too quick, and runs the floor. Easy 2, should be, is the easy 2.
It's an incredible read from Evina Maltsi. She always looks, is there anyone open for the fast break to go?
Well, Stamanan Prue, it's a little friendly roll off the ring, but leaked out, gets the 2. And Greece have opened out a 5-point lead with 3 to go in the half. And they've eked it out in the way you'd expect them to. Just being smart, the zone defense is just stifling the Slovenian lineup.
Ne damo ga, jednostavno ga ne damo. I po cicate. Posle pa se leti se unutra kod ovdje. Ne se zajebavati.
So in a low-scoring game, Greece are going to scoring 14 points a quarter and still lead. And that zone is just draining the life out of Slovenia.
Exactly, they haven't had really big players on the court so far. But I'm expecting them now to find a way how to play there. You know, I kind of feel it a little bit static, the offense against it. They need to send someone through to move that Greek defense, you know, to send those players, to confuse them a little bit, overload the strong side, and you will have the skip pass for the weak side and possibly another option to deliver the pass right under the rim.
Well, they've got the 2 inside players you'd expect to get inside touches. It's just, without the perimeter threat, they're just not making shots at the moment. They just pack in the middle. It's just Greek. It's just a Greek philosophy again. Baric will move it on. Oblak's one of those players you can get hot and get going from the outside. Persic has to extend. Still no inside touch. Oblak tries to lob it to Lisek. Look at that. 3 people are all around her. And Kautsidu just chased it down. And they didn't leave the 3-second area, so they'll get the 3-second call.
They missed that first opportunity for Lisek to receive the ball right when they were moving and shifting the defense of Greece.
Well, Greece are now setting another puzzle for Slovenia. They did it to Serbia last night. It's up to Slovenia to try and find an answer. Multi attacks. First time with Spanu on the night. Everyone knows their role, everyone knows their timing. And the zone is just killing Slovenia at the moment.
You know, Slovenia's defense can't collapse like this. I know they're all so focused defense multi, but to leave the span right under the rim, right open, you can't collapse like this.
Well, at least now, Slovenia go up the floor. If your offense isn't working and you're struggling, change your defense. Try and get something out of your defense that generates some points production, and extension is one of those answers. But then you've got this situation where Lisek just can't get up the floor against Kautsidu. Whoever guards Kautsidu just can't guard her in the full court. Now Kautsidu has it on the dribble. Just breaks it down to the ring, gets fouled. Lisek picks up her 3rd if it's her. But again, her teammates have to recognize she needed help.
Exactly, there was no one on the split line to help for that penetration. Just quite too comfortable, just, okay, you're not gonna play the defense, I'm gonna go around, you know, there's no help anyway. So, as you said, teammates need to now stick together and fill that pain.
Well, Kautsidu on the free throw line again, and Greece just keep extending, not quickly, not in a real hurry. Kautsidu misses the free throw. They just keep eking out the lead. This will make it an 8-point lead if she makes the second. And Maltzi's still orchestrating, still talking, still demanding. Well, Kautsidu goes 1 for 2.
We see that early pickup from the Greek team as well.
H will move it on to Barrett. She's really struggling to get it going offensively. It's blocked.
Great hands from Cosma. That's a role, you know. That's a role to play a great defense and play for the leaders of that team.
Multi gets it late in the shot clock. Goes lob to Kultsidu, gets it deep. Oh, little ball fake. Little look away. The whole defense got frozen by that. And Greece opening out to a 10-point advantage, 1:20 to go in the half. And there's no inside penetration by dribble or pass by Slovenia against this zone. They settle for the three again. Can't get it to drop. And then it's just rebound, shoot it, rebound, shoot it, rebound. And Spanu's going to be charged with a third personal. She's going to have to sit.
It's almost like a dancing right now from Slovenian team. You know, they just dance, all of them on the 2 meters up and down, but no one's really running through. No one's really creating, touching the defense. You know, that's not the way to play against zone defense.
Persic can't even get it to drop from the free throw line. Normally solid from here. Goes 0 for 2 and they still can't tick it over. It's one of those very flat moments for Slovenia. And you've got to ask, get out and try and get your defense moving, because at the moment the game is playing at one pace, and it's called Greece's pace. Multi opens up the baseline, kicks it, extra pass, and Kultsidu travels.
It's a little bit overcomplicated now that she has a wide open teammate on the 3-point line, but no, you can't be surprised. She's the leader of the team. She wants to create, she goes for that too.
Gabatic will advance the basketball into the half court. Lisek puts it on the floor, needs a pass, finds a pass. Persic reverse it, Lisek. And every time they make a pass, someone from this Greek lineup just contests, and they end up with absolutely nothing. And it's not about Slovenian offense, this is about the quality of the way the Greek defense works. You can break it down, that's not the issue. It's how you try and do it and how you want to be aggressive. Because at the moment, Greece is completely controlling the game, completely controlling the tempo. It's up to Slovenia to come up with an answer. Well, Kultsidu with 13, Multi with 8, Sotiru again, and it must really be underestimated. You can't underestimate Sotiru's contribution to this Greek effort. Again, she contributes in points, contributes across the stat line. It's only foul trouble for Spanu at the moment, and Brazil. And Lisek only has 2 fouls at the moment. They called the foul on Brazil, and we thought it might have been Lisek. But the leading scorer for Slovenia has 4 points. A lot of people have scored, but no one's got more than 4. No one has got any rhythm. And with 28 seconds to go in the half, Greece are going to hit the locker room, having trailed early with a significant advantage in a low-scoring game. So Nika Barrett goes up the floor, but they just can't get after Kultsidu. Anytime they're pressed, Kultsidu will have it. Multi now gets it. About a 3-4 second differential between game and shot clock. Multi. Oh, just sliced through and then just mishandled. You're going to have to throw this up from the halfway line. Abramovich is going to put it up. Too late. And we've reached half-time. And if you were going to script it, this was the script you'd have written. Greece with a 33-23 advantage because they have just controlled tempo. They have kept Slovenia to 12 and 11. respectively in each quarter. And it's not because they're athletic, it's not because crazy about it, it's because their defense is so well organized. I'm going to get a chance to look at some statistics in a moment, Teresa, but this is just a clinic of how to make the most of what you have.
Exactly, it's completely controlled by Greek team. They know that the percentage of shooting of Slovenia is such low, so it was such a smart move to go and sit down into that zone. Even though I have to say that zone is quite chasing those players, but none of the Slovenian players wants to play down under the rim. You know, even that couple last possessions, we've seen that Lisek was on the three-point line, Persic was on the extended elbow. They need to sit down there and just ask for the ball to get inside touches.
Well, even with Greece sitting in the zone, which is pretty much how they've done it, they've still turned it over 9 times. Slovenia, not against a lot of pressure either. And they've just lost their way. Started nicely, scored 7 points in absolutely 9 times to lead 7-0. But since then, have only scored 17 points in something like 18 minutes of basketball.
Exactly, they have to, you know, the best offense against zone defense is a fast break. And we haven't really seen that, you know. They need to now aim to run every single time, try to, you know, make that defense not set up enough to play against into that great zone defense of Greece.
Well, as you saw there on the highlights, these are the last 2 points from the field that Slovenia got. And Persic around the ring just hasn't seen the ball. So it'll be an interesting locker room, because Slovenia could go 0-2, and that's not where they want to be. Greece could really have 1 foot in the next round of this competition with a win. There is a mathematical way that they might not make a direct route to the quarterfinal, but a win here would put them in great position as they look forward to one more group game on Monday. Well, we'll leave you with the rest of these highlights, and it's been a tremendous performance by Greece. There's the look away by Kurtsidu that didn't fool the cameraman but fooled the Slovenian defense. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in around 10 minutes when both these teams will be out the locker room, and Slovenia have got to turn this around, otherwise they're going 0-2 and Greece are going 2-0. We'll see you shortly for the second half. Well, welcome back to Prague. Both teams back out on the floor for the second half of what for Greece could be a huge step to the knockout stage of this EuroBasket Women 2017. To go 2-0 in the group could really set them up with a huge opportunity. Slovenia, well, it looked like someone had put a lid on the basket. They just couldn't make a shot in that second period.
At 25% of shooting, you can't really think about winning games, you know. But as well, we have to give a credit to Greece defense, because they're forcing them to take those long distance shots, you know. The game is completely under control of Greek team at the moment, you know. Playing the defense they want, playing the offense they want, and the Slovenian team needs to start to run the floor a little bit to not let the Greeks set up that great zone defense.
It's going to be an intriguing question for Slovenia, because they can't press in man-to-man, because then Kultsidu just goes back, brings the ball down the floor. Whoever's guarding her is not really an option. So maybe they could zone trap, maybe it's something that tries to keep the tempo high, because neither team is great on the bench, but I would say the Slovenian bench has got a little bit more quality within it that they can get out there and run and play defense. More importantly, they've got to make Mulci and Kultsidu get tired, because at the moment they're playing the game at exactly the pace they want to play.
Exactly, and that's how you want to play against older team, you know. You know they're gonna spend loads of minutes on the court during this championship, and exactly as you said, you need to make them run, you need to make them work hard. At the moment, they just seem to be on the Greek island, you know, having a vacation, just doing whatever they decide to do on the court, and that's not the way to win this game.
So Maja Eric at 183 could give them enough size that she could try and guard Kultsidu. Or they can just go with the zone, and see what they have. As long as they extend that zone, they'll have a real opportunity to try and get back in this game. 23 doesn't sound a lot of points, but Greece only scores 33, so it's not as if they're being blown away. It's a low-scoring, very slow game. It's down to Slovenia to try and either pick the tempo up or try and take Greece out this very comfortable rhythm they're in. Steliani Kultsidu leads all scorers with 13 points, 5 rebounds. She really is doing what she does, and that's play this game at an incredibly high level. Happy group of Greek fans. I don't know what aspirations they had when they came here, but when they saw the schedule and saw playing Serbia first and France last, they probably looked at this game and said, if we win this game, we'll get through to the qualification game. Now they've got a chance to potentially win the group, and they'll match up against the French team that I'm not really sure if they're in a great place as a group either, so it's a great opportunity for Greece. They finished 5th from absolutely nowhere in 2009. Did a reasonable job at the World Championships, but it was all too much about how many points Mulci would get. Now they've got people supporting, so they could really do some damage in this competition, because you're never going to blow them away. They take such good care of the basketball. Exactly,
they are too experienced to get blown away, you know. They're going to protect that ball, and they will try and keep that tempo they want to play.
Starting the third quarter then, Oblak will inbound, Baric will hopefully collect, and she does. And Slovenia in the green uniform will have the first look at the half court. Still going with the same balance, same 2 bigs. She tries to get to the ring off the right hand and lays it in. Similar play to the start of the game where Lisek made the same move. Nikolapoulou tries to turn the corner, needs a pass, find one. Kultsidu lines up the 3, got it.
It was a great look from Nikolapoulou. You know, she's seen that the strong side is isolated and Kultsidu has been left quite completely open on the 3-point line.
Well, it's another breakdown of the team defense. And Persic is struggling. She says she's all right, but she doesn't look okay. She's going to sit And Evans gives them a slightly different look. Could give them the extra foot speed they need defensively to make things happen, but I'm not sure how she'll deal with that either.
But she has to receive the ball, right? She can't really create when she has no ball, and that's what the area to improve.
Lisek strokes it from the free throw line. I don't think Greece will mind just trading hoops. They'll trade hoops and just lead by 10. Well, I think that would be called running through someone. Sotila, who's just left on the floor, just took her out.
There hasn't been a good communication between two Slovenian players. You know, Manzi's coming off the screens, you have to react. You can't just walk through the screen.
Multi with a new 14. Spano looks to set the screen, but just dives. Great find, extra pass. Three is long for Nikolopoulou. Slovenia have a chance to eat further into that lead. Asante Evans gets deep, and the foul was take one for the team time for Catalina Sotilu.
That's what we were talking about. She needs to get those touches, and it was a great pass and recognition from Baric to deliver her the ball.
Baric will hand it on the baseline. Too simple, too easy. And Slovenia at the moment are getting everything they want. And Greece just gave away a 2-footer and an out-of-bounds play.
It'll be interesting to see if the Greeks gonna go back to their zone defense. It seemed to be way more efficient than their main defense at the moment.
Multi kicks it off. Nikolopoulou tries to get it back to Multi. Spanu will recover it. 4 seconds. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Greece look a little disjointed at the start.
That's what we were waiting for, Mark, to see Slovenian team to put the Greek team a little bit under the pressure.
Well, they've definitely tried to extend it now again. They're just going to execute down here early screens. No one said a word to anybody. Lisek, great read by Multi, but she can't get it. Obed for 3, got it! 4-point game. Slovenia have the momentum at the start of the third. Nikolopoulou.
Really important how the team's going to step out into the third quarter, and I think at the moment it's been great performance of the Slovenian team. First minutes of the third quarter.
Well, Eric's just a third foul, and again, unnecessary foul. Oblak feet set, everything in a straight line, just knocks it down. Multi has it out top. Forces to the help. Nice work defensive. Spano puts it on the floor, but he's going to travel. It just takes Greece out of what they want to run. Slovenia have decided to take the screen out of the equation. They're showing away from the screen and forcing Multi to go the other way, and it just gets Greece out of it. Greece out of their rhythm. 36-32. Eric has got to be careful on the three. Oblak, same spot, same result. Back-to-back threes. We've got a 1-point game. Timeout, Greece.
Yeah, but we've seen Greece going back to that zone defense. Hasn't been moving enough, you know? And you can't let Oblak shoot, even though their percentage hasn't been that good, but she just made one, so of course she's gonna go for the second one.
You always say, sooner or later at this level you're gonna make one. Oblak made 2. 8 points personal. And Kultsilu hasn't seen the ball down the other end either, apart from the 3 the first play. It's just about level. Can Slovenia maintain this? Oblak has 8 on the back of those 2 threes, which tells you where they were scoring-wise in the first quarter, first half. Oblak with 4 rebounds, getting it done across the whole stat line. 36-35. It's a 12-3 start. Slovenia in the 2.5 minutes have just scored as many as they did in the whole first quarter, and more than they scored in the second quarter. So it looks like some rhythm. They've gone with a smaller lineup, not by design, but by they had to. And that's not really the issue because Slovaks just made some threes. So the only difference is they've just made shots. And sooner or later they were going to do that.
Exactly, and that's not the question what you mentioned earlier. Are they able to maintain that? They have been shooting 20% yesterday, so let's see if they can maintain that percentage from the past couple minutes.
Papalu gets it into the half court. Multi has it, and Multi's had a lot of touches at the start of this third. Gets it down to Kultsidu. That matchup that no one can deal with. And they've called a double foul. Balic and Nikolopoulou. No change on the clock. Greece have 9 seconds from the sideline. Finally get it into Multi. 5 on the clock. Great pass, great cut, easy two.
And that's what I was waiting for. That's what made their game yesterday, you know, and we haven't seen it so far from Spanu to just time her cut for Multi to give her the opportunity to give her the ball.
Isek high, Evans ducks, poor pass. Poor pass because Isek ducked in and was open. Evans has got to make the pass. Evans got caught ball watching on the Multi assist. They've got to stay concentrated, got to stay focused, got to actually execute the rules.
We can see they're trying to put the pressure on Multi, on everyone in there, and this mistake is exactly what's coming out of it.
Isek comes down with it. It's a great challenge by Kultsidu. Just took off. Isek, wry smile on the way back. Papalu gets it into the half court. No one stops her. A little hesitation. Nash needs a pass. Finds one. Spanu for 3. Way off. I don't know if that's a little bit out of not getting touches, but there are better three-point shooters on the floor. Isek. Edge. Ball's knocked away by Sotiri. I just can't tell you how good she is, how much she does for the group. Kultsidu, great little hang time for 2. I've said it before, she's just a great finisher in transition. Just gives herself that little bit of time in the air, and Greece open it out to 5. Evans outside the 3, got to have a look inside here. Tough shot on the baseline, and there's a player with a hot hand, and she's come to play tonight. All Black trying to carry her group. Multi, early 3 is off. Spanu keeps it alive. Kultsidu can't do it, Evans can. Balic in transition, just find Oblak, she just made everything. Evans has it knocked away and will go to the free throw line. And now we have a game of basketball.
Now I would have expected from Greek team to a little bit calm down the game, you know, not Multi to come and shoot the long distance shot straight away from the fast break. They need to set up their offense again, you know, they play a disciplined game, and that's what makes them good.
Evans way short on the free throw.
But a great credit to Slovenian team, you know, they just really stepped up with that aggressive defense, causing the troubles for Greek team at the moment.
Evans makes the second, makes it a 2-point game. So Teal gets it over to Multi, 2-on-1. Spanu just uses her footwork to ensure the foul. Just stepped across, got a shoulder square to the backboard, was only ever going to get fouled right now with that step. If she'd have gone upside on, Evans had a chance. But Spanu with tremendous, fundamentally so sound on the free throw line. Knocks down the first. Now to Miss Spanu in Girona last year. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. This Greek team have a look at a team that is not wanting to waste that win yesterday. They lead it by 4, 5:17 to go in the third.
And again, we can see that zone defense playing worse Slovenian team.
Great pass. Zek for 2. Great decision by Oblek.
That's how they want to play against zone, you know? To attack the front line of the zone and just then deliver the ball to open player right down under the rim when they overload them.
Multi outside the three-point line will take the Spanu screen. It's the same call as we've seen in this competition. Good screen by Spanu, but the defense going over sort of sits on it. Sits on the screen, doesn't allow you to roll. Spanu finds herself back on the free throw line with 4:49 in the third. And Multi's going to get some minutes on the bench. Artemis Spanu makes the first of the two. Oh, 1 for 2. That one's just about scraped the paint on the front of the ring. Greece show the zone again. Balic penetrates. The sec lines up the three. Count it. Well, they've got their shooting boots on in the second half. Must have changed in that locker room. Spanu outside. She settles for the three. Don't like it at all. Chance here for Oblek to run and give Slovenia the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
In this situation, Nikolapoulou needs to ask for the ball, not give the Spanu make this unprepared shot to shoot, you know.
Evans with a tough drive, but not necessarily what the team needed.
They want to play quick now, overloading situation, but they have decided to just slow down the offense again.
Kotsidu, great step through, is fouled in the second action. Well, there's the penetration, there's the bump, goes through, there's a bump with the arm. It's a foul. Maybe from the other side of the court, maybe not. A look that coach would have seen. Sandra Pesic is going to rejoin, so obviously they've got that hip a little bit more mobile. Interesting to see who she comes in for.
I would have guessed for Evans if she picked up her foul, but let's see what the decision's going to be. Right.
It's just they've never been efficient since the beginning of the game with the two bigs. It'll be interesting to see if that can change if Pesic comes back in now. So it's a tremendous job on the glass. So Tiller, as I say, has numbers across the stat line. Kotsidu gets it away and hits nothing. Chance for Slovenia to run. Baric has it in transition. Stops, pops, way off. It's just not Niko Balic's night at the moment. Looking for offense. And slowed up again by Nikolapoulou. Slow pick and roll action. Kotsidu out top. Guarded by Evans. Kotsidu sells for three. Is off. Spanu can't keep it alive. Baric will get it and look to run. They've got to keep the tempo high. I don't see how Greece can stop them consistently if they run. In the zone, I think they can stop them all game.
You see Greece back in man-to-man defense.
Evans, long two, way off, and Kotsidu is just quick. That's a tremendous rebound. Sotilu, little hesitation, spins back, goes to the far side of the ring, doesn't get the roll. Nice move, got to finish. Oblak doesn't like what she sees, calls the half-court set. Niko Balic puts it on the floor. Needs a pass, finds a pass. Evans, they're going to offer her that jump shot. Can't make it. And this Greek team is trying to spend time on the floor. So Tiru, hands on knees after that play. Last 2 minutes of the third. You get a day off tomorrow, don't worry about it. Great hands by Oblek, she's doing it at both ends. Barrett in transition. Kotsidu's going to challenge it. Great block. Super block, super effort. There's no one who's not going to get inspired by Kurtsilu's play. Making up distance, going up straight, gets the block. Baric is holding her head.
A great hustle from a block defense, you know, to steal that ball and go for a quick transition, but it was even better recovery from that Kurtsilu player. It's such nice to see one of the oldest players going back, put that heart on and just do that massive block.
Well, Kurtsilu's going to sit after that effort. Kulopoulos sits as well. Spanu's the starter on the floor. Spanu and 4 bench, and Multi's back, and 3 players off the bench, trying to manage minutes now. These bench players really have to work hard, really have to be quick. Presic, they're going to call it offensive. Wouldn't mind seeing where her feet are, wouldn't mind seeing the action. And I don't think the Slovenian bench liked the call. Second foul for Sanja Persic.
Some great defensive effort for Kozma. She had that disadvantage, but her position was right at the spot.
Got to put your body on the line, that's what she did. Multi out top. Multi would try and take over here for Greece. Little hang time on the shot, doesn't get the roll. Persic cleans the rebound up. And Nika Balic runs, is fouled in transition. Greece have a foul to give. Sideline possession, Baric has it, inbounds. Sek will hand it off. Akic inside. Oh, nice pass. And there's a foul. And Persic was always waiting for the foul.
She didn't want to go that overhand left hand, you know, she just wanted to stay on the right side.
Oh, she's got to earn it from the free throw line. 1:14 to go. And Greece have lost that 10-point lead in this quarter. And when we scored 10 points in the period, they started with a 3 as well. Persic is good with the second. And we're tied at 44. Kiziel will check in. Demalamprou gets it into the half court. Spanu outside the 3-point line. Not really where you'd like it to be. Foul away from the ball. And there are times you have to question players. Slovenia have really stopped Greece playing in this third quarter. They've got them tied up and away from the ball. They just want, there's a hold right in front of the official. And that just sends Demalamprou to the free throw line.
It was a completely pointless game because she wasn't even looking at the basket, right? While cutting through that paint. So you don't want to commit that foul when the game is tied and you know they're going to go in the free throw line.
1 for 2. And Cosmo's going to come up with the offensive rebound, and she's doing a great job off that bench. Aphrodite Cosmo comes up with the offensive ball, hands it off. Spanu on the pick and roll is wide open. Easy 2, and she blows it. It's almost the angle, there's no angle to take the shot. Multi attacks the middle, kicks it. 7 on the possession. Multi settles for 3. Is way short. Offensive rebound by Cosmo again. Marked down the positive stat in the last 2 minutes. She's been phenomenal.
Slovenia needs to start the box out, right? You can't give them 3 offensive
Foul
rebounds.
line in traffic for 2. She was going to make it. She was always going to take it. And Multi goes to 10.
If you have 4 chances to score that 1 basket, you're gonna do that, you know? You can't just give up 3 offensive rebounds.
Balic attacks Spanu, gets to the corner.
Oh.
And I think Cosmo's getting a little carried away. Her closeout there was so quick. A little out of control, to say the least. And Gets the wry smile. She's closing out from a long, long way. And then gets hit off balance.
As we mentioned before, that Greece doesn't have a wide bench. She's definitely one of those players who can positively make an impact on the court, and that's what she's doing today.
Right, looks to turn out to be a good foul as Islam misses the first of the free throws and comes up empty. Persic is on the glass. Multi keeps it alive, but only to Slovenia. 6 seconds. Persic goes with a layup. Persic is on the glass. Got to go up. Can't finish. Great hands. Tremendous hands by Stamati, and she saves the opportunity that Slovenia were going to develop there. That's the end of 3. And there's confirmation. Greece have managed somehow to hold on to a 47-44 advantage. The shooting percentages are dropping through the floor. But Greece won't care. The only number they're worried about is 47, and as long as that's bigger than the Slovenian team, that's all they want.
And such a good quarter.
Slovenia, they just did a great job in that third quarter, but they just make some mental mistakes.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say there. I think winning this quarter shows that Slovenia doesn't want to give up, you know. But as you say, there are little mistakes they need to kind of correct, you know. Greek again continues to play a great defense, as we could see the last possession of that third quarter. You know, Persic rebounded that ball down under him straight away, 4 players on her, you know. I think it's still wide open for both teams, the fourth quarter, and it's gonna now depend, is the Slovenia about to maintain that pressure on the Greek team to put them a little bit under the pressure and get them out of their rhythm, because they want to play that organized game.
Well, the dilemma that Greece have is that they're going to be tired, obviously, as well. They've yet to score 20 points in a quarter. If they keep just giving up 21 points to Slovenia. Mostly Oblak opened that up with the 2 back-to-back threes. You take those out of the equation, it's pretty much been the same game. But they're trying to buy some time at the start of the period. Damati and Morampu start in the backcourt. Baric also almost got a piece of it. Maltzy's still in the game. Maltzy's going to see a lot of the basketball. Drive lane opens, big step, nice find. Open 3 in the corner. Bury the 3. Stamati doubles the lead. 6-point advantage. The Maltzy penetration. Everybody looks at the ball. Rich. And I think that's going to be a foul by Spanu, and that'll be Spanu's full foul. Didn't need to foul right then. And they're going to sit her. And I don't think it'll be too long before Kultsinu has to come back if the Spanu's going to sit. Because that makes Maltzy, with a couple of shooters, the only real offense they have. Spanu picks up foul number 4. Just about get it in. Isic gets it in the block, needs a pass, finds one. Lisek is fouled on the floor.
Damati didn't really need to commit that foul, because you could see Kosma was right ready on the baseline to help for that penetration.
So Lisek will inbound in the corner. Balic, you still really can't get going in terms of points. You can now. Beautiful move to the far side of the ring. Baric's first 2 points of the game, had 18 last night. That's a first points. Unbelievable stat. Stamati will take the ball screen. It's just a different game when Maltzy doesn't have the ball. Stamati finds a way to the ring, tries to make the pass, and can't, and Maltzy will foul. And that's the third foul on Greece with 8:52 to go.
I have to give the credit Oblak's defense. You know, she's putting that pressure on and trying to lead her teammates to play the same way. They need this energy, and we can hear it now even from fans.
Which outside the three-point line attacks it. Has to take the tough turnaround. Well, chose to take the tough turnaround. Multi in transition. Watch out. Doesn't like the numbers, doesn't like the size. Kuzma confident for the three. Maybe overconfident. Oblak pushes. 2-on-1. Lisek knocks down the two. Beautiful break. Great push by Oblak. And the Greek lead is cut to 2. Well, Prue will take the multi-screen, multi-flares and back cuts. And Prue stops, fires the three. Is long. And here comes Greek offense.
We have seen 2 last possessions from the Greek team just to set down for the three-point shots. I don't think if someone's gonna take a three-point shots, it must be the players who have the high percentage, who are there for that, you know. The balls are clear, that's why Kotsur goes back on the court.
Balic will inbound, Oblak. Gets the ball screen from Perisic, who rolls. It's a great box out. Great box out by Multi. Now she leads the break, 2-on-1. Multi, open for 3. Is long. Greece so need Multi to get going from the three-point line. He's come up empty on every three-pointer. Oblak can't get it to drop. Oblak gets her own rebound. Stamati just forgot about boxing out. Lisek moves it on. Belic goes lob to Perisic underneath. Great finish, ties it at 50.
It was a great read from Baric. She didn't wait for any action, she just thrown that pass to Perisic when she had mismatch right down the rim.
Well, Sotiru still sits, Spanu still sits. How long do they sit? That's the debate. Kotsur has it though. Everyone feels good when she has it. In the lane for 2, gets the roll. They still stay man-to-man, and Kotsur still scores. Kotsur goes on to 21 points, and at least half of those have been in one-on-one situations. Lisek and Multi battling down low. Foul on the pass. Multi's going to pick up the foul. That'll be Multi's second. Good foul by Multi, but it will mean that Lisek is going to go to the free throw line. And Greece revert to a very, very small but active lineup. They still try and keep Spanu on the bench. This is the lever for as long as you can, or do you put her in now to try and get a margin while she's on the floor? Nika Balic. Kapopoulou on the floor, back in the game. Balic needs a pass, finds one. Lisek puts it on the floor. Goes that. That's a travel.
That was a great defense from Kotsur. She exactly knew that Lisek's not gonna shoot that three-point shots, and she just stepped into her way to fill that pain, to enable her to drive to the basket.
Memora and Nicola Kapopoulou in the backcourt. Multi at the 3. It's a small lineup for Greece. Multi puts it on the floor, needs a pass, finds one. Kuzma takes it to the hoop this time with a poor decision on the shot. Chance for Slovenia to lead. Oblak attacks it, and Kotsur takes one for the team. But Oblak will shoot the throws to tie the game. And in fact, didn't have to foul because Kuzma had worked hard to get back and help. You keep checking on the Greek bench. You keep checking if Spanu's going to come back. Keep checking if Sotiru is going to reappear. They make the second. It's a one-point game. Well, if there's a team you'd want to have 1 point advantage and work to get the shot they want, it would be Greece. Memora will find Kultsidu. Same matchups. Kultsidu on the floor, attacks it and scores. Someone in the Slovenian defense must realize they have to help, surely.
Surely Persic can't defend Kultsidu from three-point line on the penetration. There's no weak side defense. They just all stay and see, and yeah, you gotta do your job.
Well, Lamoureux fouls again, and at the moment, all the Greek defense is doing is fouling. Timeout for Slovenia. When they come back, Lisek will go to the free throw line. They trail 3. Be interesting to see when, if Greece reintroduce the zone. The Slovenians have shot the ball better in this second half, though.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, all we see is just committing foul from Greek team, but you know, Slovenia at the moment is 52% from the free throw line, which is really poor percentage. So if that's their tactic, I don't think so, but obviously it hasn't been bad for them yet, but as soon as Slovenia is going to start to make those free throws, it's going to make a difference in this game.
Well, absolutely, you can't rely on someone shooting, as you say, 50% from the free throw line, because you can't believe that they'll carry on. Greece themselves at 60 to 80%. Not been a free throw demonstration either. What it has been is tense. You can feel the tension. Even the Slovenian crowd are feeling the tension. They need a rest. For the first time today, they've sat down. They're packed on the far side of this facility. Ironically, right behind the Greek bench. So
I think they're just taking that time out as well, you know. As soon as the Slovenian team is going to step on, I'm sure they're going to get out.
Well, no changes in personnel for the Greeks. So Tiller still sits, which surprises me right now. And so Tira's only on the 3 fouls. Spanu on 4. 5:30 to go. Kozma's still in the game. Lamoureux still in the game. This Czech's missed another front end of two free throws. And Slovenia keep trying to find ways to lose. That's the only way to describe it. If they'd have made the free throws, they'd be up and be up comfortably. Well, she goes 0 for 2 with Persic. Oh, great work by Kozma. Persic has got to finish the play. Comes up with the offense rebound and then just has it ripped away. Lamoureux saw the trap coming, reversed out of it. And Kultsidu now wants a bit of space to play. He's going to call out a travel. Nikolapoulou just showed a little pressure, now they'll drop back. Slovenia trying to find a good option. Persic penetrates. Oblak for 3, way short. And Kultsidu comes down with a rebound. Mulci gets it in transition. Stops, pops. Once falls to the floor, and you can't stop her doing that because that's her. Baric gets it to Lisek, who gets blocked again by Kultsidu. Balic for 3 in the corner, way short. And Lamoureux gets it in the corner, needs some help. Gonna throw it across the floor, and does. One of those things that when you're a kid, you're told never to do. And Lamoureux does it at Women's EuroBasket Women.
In this situation, you just want to throw the ball of the feet of the opponent team, you know. Like, you can't just lose this ball.
Mulci with another 3 attempt. This time it's an air ball. Spanu comes back.
We can see Coach Kermidas just trying to calm their team, you know. Need to go back to their game, you know, discipline, just using their experiences.
That's 0 for 6 for Mulci from the 3-point line. She's not going to stop shooting it. Balic in the lane, kicks it. This Czech will move it on. Mika Balic.
You see Greek again playing that zone
It's
defense.
wide open for 3, way short. And Slovenia are just trying, they're living and dying from the 3-point line at the moment. Papapoulou. Kultsidu, way off. And Greece are almost too tired to run half court. Both teams running on empty. 3 minutes to go, 1-point game. Oblak just gets to the hoop. Spanu can't foul her. And Lamora is coming up with defensive rebound after defensive rebound. Needs a pass now. Gets it to Multi. Kultsidu has it. Guarded by Lisek. And she is fouled again. We'll just keep saying the same thing when she gets it. Someone's got to go and help. Multi's going to sit. So Tiru's going to come back. And I believe that'll be for no more than a minute.
Back to Kultsidu, you know, when she receives the ball, you have to step back from her, still keeping that hand up to contest her shot, but she's quite quick on the first step. You don't want to be just stick on her and give her that drive lane.
Galopoulou will get it into Lamoris. Sotiru wants it on the inside. There's no pass there. A lot of standing still here for Greece. 2 seconds, got to put it up. It's going to be a 20. They get it away. Hits nothing. 24-second violation. Under 3 to go. Neither team is really running anything. Evans could be a huge factor here with her strength and athleticism around the ring. Spanu's got to stay clean because she's on the 4 fouls. The Slovenian crowd trying to become that 6th man, and Multi comes back. And Lamora's going to go. So Greece finished the game with the starters. So the best 5 players for them are on the floor. The starters, except for Persic, are on the floor for Slovenia. Game on. 2:50 to go. Eric will move it on. Balic wants the ball screen.
Back to man defense. It's going to be interesting to see.
Check puts it on the floor.
Are they going to give the touches to inside
They've got nowhere
play?
to go on the pass. Oblak takes the tough one, has it blocked. Multi comes down with it and gives it up to Sotilu. Look at Papalu. Has it outside. Down to 10 on the possession already. Spanu will drop. Kultsidu catches. Spanu underneath. Ball fakes. Inside, outside. Sotilu got to put it up. Does put it up. It's off. And the ball will go to Slovenia. No one has scored for a very, very, very long time. This game is not always about points. It is about defense, always. Isek outside the 3-point line. Oblak attacks, backs out. Evans will find Oblak, doesn't want to shoot the 3. Issue with a long 2, is good! Slovenia tip it over in front. They take the 1-point lead with 1:44 to go.
I was just waiting. I was waiting when Erkic's going to contribute by points. You know, she hasn't been really in the game too much. And that was such an important shot.
Well, this is where you've got to dig in. Feet on the 3-point line. One of those shots that coaches hate. They won't hate that one, though. Multi will inbound. Greece. Oh, and there's a foul underneath. They're going to wipe it off. Great out of bounds. Galopoulou with a read. And Baric was caught looking at the ball. Recovered to foul. And that'll put Slovenia onto their 3rd team foul. Kultsidu has it. Who else would you want to have it? Shante Evans guarding it. Multi gets it taken away by Lisek. Too much traffic. Multi trying to do it on her own too much. Gets it to Evans. Body's on the floor.
Because he's straight away, Greek defense trying to slow down the Slovenian offense by doubling by the sideline, by the half court.
Oblak throws it to the corner. Eric for back-to-back 2s. Takes over. 3-point game. 1:09 to go. Our colleagues from Slovenian TV are up. Loving the last 2 possessions. Hey, Eric. Same range, same result. Back-to-back 2s. It's a 3-point game. Still an eternity to go. 1:09. Greece have just got to remember what got them to the situation of leading this game. They have just died in front of us. 7 points in this period. Only 14 in the period before. A 13-7 advantage for Slovenia. but you've still got Multi, you've still got Corsido.
You still got those experiences. Who's been in this situation, you know, being down in the game, 1 minute left. I'm sure they're gonna come out with something well organized to get at least those 2 points.
Wow, 16 assists for Slovenia, only 10 for Greece.
That's the difference, you know. Greece yesterday shared the ball so well. Today I kind of feel that there are moments they're trying to just beat everyone one-on-one, you know. We've seen so far just one really great cut behind the defense. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna play this possession.
Multi will inbound, 1:09 to go, 3-point advantage, still only a 1-possession game. Corsido has it. You'd expect her to go to the hoop, goes inside, kicks it. Spanu doesn't get it, Lisek does. They don't need to foul, there's plenty of time. Barrett in transition. 50 seconds on the game. 10 seconds just about on the possession. Greece have just got to play defense right now. Slovenia just need a good shot. The score here makes it a 2-possession game. 3 on the possession, and it stops, pops, is short. Evans, what a rebound. Kicks it out for a new 14. Heads up play by Shante Evans. Baric has it. 7 seconds. Baric, drive lane, he's there for the layup. 2-possession game, Slovenia looking at the win.
Greece now need to play
Corsido
fast.
puts it on the floor, is fouled, and they have a foul to give.
Such important offensive rebound from Evans, the possession before, you know, she didn't punish, she just thrown the ball back to Baric to give them another opportunity to score.
Well, Shante Evans, whatever arrangement she has with the Slovenian Federation about playing national team basketball, I think she's just repaid it with 1 rebound. Greece still have a shot at this. They have the possession on the sideline. It's a 2-possession game though. Multi hasn't made a 3 all game. Slovenia are going to put themselves in such a huge position here. A win here would make this group very complicated. Let's just say that.
Pick and roll switch. Hey,
You could have the situation if they win and France beats Serbia after 2 games. The defending champions with no wins, their backs against the wall, needing a win and by a margin to get through. But that's all in the future. 12.8 seconds is the present. And Greece need a quick score. Doesn't really matter if it's a 2 or a 3. You need a score.
And quick foul.
Or still. But you've got to believe Slovenia, with at least 2 timeouts, will take it and advance the ball. Multi's going to come off the down screen. They're going to surely switch it. They don't. Multi gets her feet set. Going to go up this. Off in tough. Goes up, kicks it. Consider's got to shoot it. Shoots the 3. Is way off. Manu's going to go up. That could be important, that too. A 3-point game with 2 seconds on the clock. That 2 seconds, that 2 points could be crucial for Greece going forward.
Two seconds, to be honest, is not much time, but still it's not the end of the game.
The only issue for Greece is if they do manage to get a steal or a foul in this situation, they can't advance the ball. Slovenia, well, they're going to have to try very hard to lose it from here. 2.1 seconds to go.
Shiva, Obi, Maya.
Those two with Smanu's 9 points, way down on her performance against Serbia. This is literally what national team basketball is about. This has not been one of those games that teams are good in their rhythm, execute their plays. This is playing with all the tension of national team basketball.
Exactly.
You have to find a way to win.
Yeah, when you represent, you know that you want to leave everything out there on the floor. That's what's the most exciting about playing for the national team.
Oblak will inbound. They just have to get it in. They get it in. That's game. Eric Pinalena layup. Count it. They're going to count that, and that could be crucial. Slovenia get their first win. Well, I'm not sure. They're saying that there should be time left. I'm not sure there is, because I think the ball was released and didn't go in, and the clock went. Ball released. Oh, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't matter in the result. It may matter going forward, but all that matters right now are two numbers. Slovenia have 59, and they get a 59-56 win over Greece. It's their first win in their first EuroBasket Women, and they and their fans are loving every second. They struggled in the first half. They could not score for love nor money. They stayed with it. Nika Baric didn't score until the fourth quarter. Slovenia get the win.
And also, not only Nika Baric, also Thea Oblak, just, with her pressure in the defense, those quick threes in the third quarter. Great performance as well.
Well, here are the statistics. Who cares what the statistics are if you're Slovenia? 59-56 is the only numbers that matter. Greece were 50% from two-point range.